Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank y'all for checking out this video. It's going to be kind of a quick one today. I'm uploading this on Friday. I'm actually out of town right now while y'all are watching this, but I've been throwing a pop-R a lot this year. You've seen it in some of the videos, but some of them that you haven't seen, I've been throwing it late in the evenings, like say at Wee Dowie, and throwing it in like some night tournaments and stuff. So those videos when it's real dark, you can't tell on the GoPro, so I don't use the camera, but this is a bait that I've really been throwing this year and caught some nice fish on it. If you watch the tournament with me and Seth, I caught some nice ones on this, and like I said, some night tournaments and early morning, late night down at Wee Dowie and stuff like that. But I'm just going to go over my setup and everything, so that way, you know, if you want to throw a bait like this, you kind of have an idea of what you're to be using. But the bait itself is just a little, I'm pretty sure it's just a Rebel pop-R. It's the one you get from you can get it from Walmart for like $5. I mean, that's the color. You can tell it's all beat up. I've had this thing for a while now. That's one good thing about a top water like this. It's hard to lose them unless you make a really bad cast up in a tree, but unless you break off or make a terrible cast, you can keep these top waters for a long time. But that's the color. I want to say it's baby bass. It's kind of got like used to have a pink mouth, and then just that, like I said, that baby bass color. But one of the most important things is, if you don't take anything else from the video, get this. You can see that feathered treble and my hook in the front. Make sure you put an aftermarket hook on there. Don't just use the normal hooks that come with it. That's a Gamakatsu feathered treble on the back, a size 4, and then that's an Owner ST36 up in the front. I always change my treble hooks out on a bait like this. Some baits I leave them if I think they have good ones, like a Spro, for example. I think they have okay hooks on them, but like these Walmart baits that just have those little bronze hooks, you definitely want to put those upgraded hooks on there, because if you do get that big bite, you don't want to lose it because you have bad hooks. But like I said, that's the bait, you know, just a normal pop-R, and make sure you upgrade the hooks. I don't change the split rings, but you could if you wanted to, just to be, you know, extra cautious. But the rod that I'm throwing this on is actually a 6'9" medium action extra fast. This is the same rod that I throw my jerkbait and square bills on, but you know, once it gets the time of the year where I'm not throwing a jerkbait as much, I change to, this is 12-pound big game, just mono, just the old school basic monofilament, nothing fancy. But like I said, this is a 6'9" medium action rod, extra fast tip, because I like to make really precise, like, you know, I'm trying to target fish with this. Maybe there's a blowdown or a boat dock or a stick up or back in a pocket, you know, just whatever. Sometimes I'm making really precise, really accurate casts with this, and that shorter rod really helps you place that bait where you want it to. And that shorter rod, it's like a jerk bait. You don't want a really long rod because you're working the rod tip. You don't want to be constantly hitting the water, but, you know, making little roll cast and pitching this thing, a shorter rod really makes a difference. And, I mean, I've caught big fish on this bait. I mean, I've caught a 5, 4s and 5s on this bait or this rod, no problem. And this is an 8-to-2 to 1 gear ratio reel. That's a little bit higher than what I normally use, but I have it on here. Like I said, I use this for jerk baits, and so when I switch over, I just use it for top waters too. And it really helps if you make a bad cast or don't like it. You can reel that bait up really quick, but I work this thing pretty slow, so the gear ratio is not really important for me on the reel. But like I said, that's just 12-pound mono big game. If you're in really dirty water, or if you're around big fish or heavy cover, you could go up to 15 or 17-pound mono. But for the way that I fish, 12-pound is perfect for me. But like I said, just a 6'9" medium action rod, extra fast tip. That way, you know, you can pop that bait and work it really good. And that shorter rod, like I said, helps you make more accurate casts and helps you get, you know, where you're not hitting the end of the water when you're working it. But like I said, this is just a basic pop-R. You could use, you know, the $25 Rico, Strike King, whatever you want to use. Just get you a pop-R. And like I said, the most important thing is put the upgraded hooks on there. That way you don't lose any fish. And a trick is, I'm not doing it on this one, but if you add an extra split ring, so 2 split rings in the back, your treble hook will hang just a little bit lower in the water. So if a fish comes up and short strikes it or slaps at it, that hook's hanging a little bit farther down, so you might, you know, snag it on that. But like I said, this is a great bait to be throwing this time of the year. It's the middle of May. You can throw this thing all day. Just go down shade lines and pockets and under boat docks and just whatever, around brim beds. This is just a really good bait in the Postspawn. You can get good bites on it when those fish are kind of finicky, but that's my setup right there. I've been throwing this bait for a long time. I mean, this is one of the first baits that I really started using besides like a worm, you know. And I mean, I've caught some big fish on it. You can catch a lot of fish. It catches a lot of little fish, but you can catch some big ones too. I mean, it's just a really awesome bait. You can walk it. You can work it one time and let it sink, or let it sit and work it again. So just a really awesome bait, and especially this time of the year. But like I said, monofilament line, upgraded treble hooks, and a shorter rod, and that's pretty much all you need to know. And you can go throw this thing and catch fish this time of the year. But thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all next time.